Hi, and welcome to my first video for sport and international development. So what is international development? International development is a wide concept concerning the level of development on an international scale. It works with the goal in mind of improving the well-being of the world's most vulnerable people. According to Williams 2018, aid is the transfer of goods or services from a country or an international organisation for the benefit of the recipient country or its population. This can involve transferring things such as food, military equipment, and even providing training and medical help. Usually, these loans are by governments from developed countries to help those in less developed countries. An example of this would be how the UK provided $230 million to fight against the spread of Ebola in West Africa. Aid started in the 19th century when the rich countries started giving money to poorer countries. Between the 1920s and 30s, countries like Germany, France, and Britain were regularly providing aid to colonies in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Over the last 100 years, foreign aid structures that began with European colonialism have become tied to shifting economic and political interests as well as growing humanitarian movements. In the post-war decades, the United States became the world's biggest aid donor, starting with the Marshall Plan to help Europe rebuild. Due to years of conflict during World War II, industrial and residential centres in England, France, Germany and Italy and elsewhere lay in ruins. Much of Europe was on the brink of famine, and the only major power in the world that was not significantly damaged was the United States. The Marshall Plan was from the United States to rebuild the Allied countries over Europe after the Second World War. The programme channeled over $13 billion to finance the economic recovery of Europe between 1948 and 1951. In 2000, the United Nations attempted to bring an agreement to global development by producing the Millennium Development Goals, with the targets to be reached by 2015. MDGs were 8 goals that have measurable targets and clear deadlines for improving the lives of the world's poorest people. Number 2 was to achieve universal primary education. The primary school net enrollment rate in the developing regions has now reached 91% as of 2015, up from 83% in 2000. Number 3, promote gender equality and empower women. Women now make up to 41% of paid workers outside the agriculture sector, an increase from 35% in 1990. Number 4, reduce child mortality. Despite population growth in the developing regions, the number of deaths of children under 5 has declined from 12.7 million in 1990 to almost 6 million in 2015 globally. Number 5 is to improve maternal health. Since 1990, the maternal mortality ratio has declined by 45% worldwide, and most of that reduction has occurred since 2000. Number 6 was to combat HIV, AIDS, malaria and other diseases. New HIV infections fell from approximately 40% between 2000 and 2013, from an estimated 3.5 million cases to 2.1 million. Number 7, ensure environmental sustainability. Since 1990, ozone-depleting substances have virtually been eliminated, and the ozone layer is expected to recover by the middle of this century. And finally, number 8, Global Partnership for Development. Official development assistance from developed countries increased by 66% in real terms between 2000 and 2014, reaching $135.2 billion. Thank you for watching. This has been my first video.